All right, how's it going, guys? We're back, hole number 7 here. I'm going to set up accordingly. I usually go at this hole with sniper, kingmaker. Of course, I might go up to one extra ball if I really want to, give myself a potential opportunity for another hole out. You really don't need a lot of side spin on this at all. So keeping that in mind, I've been wondering about it's just one off on the power, so it still does have, I was wondering, I kind of forgot the stats. I thought that's what it was, that it had full side, and I did kind of forget that one. But I knew it was 2 power. But, bunny ball, in my opinion, could be very good for this. I'm, torn between that and kingmaker. We really don't need a lot of side spin here. But we also don't know what the wind is, so I might just switch this out when I actually get to the hole. But I'm assuming, well, this could be a stupid assumption. I'm really going to regret this if I don't bring Cataclysm and I need it. So we are going to go cat. I would recommend you guys also potentially putting on cat and or big dog if necessary. I'm assuming, at master's level, you guys at least have, some pretty high level, relatively good accuracy, full power. I just want to bring it just in case. I'm a little hesitant. Let's just say hypothetically we have to lay up into the first fairway. Maybe we do. They could totally be turning this into just a ridiculous, lay up into the first fairway and take your birdie or take your par, like scramble for birdie. But it looks like it is downwind. Probably should have brought sniper, but at the same time, having that little extra length, especially if you accidentally clip the rough on your second hop, is going to be a little bit better, just to have that little bailout safety net. As you can see, my opponent did very easily get it up there, and if you get it up there, sniper is going to be, if you get it over 400, sniper is going to be the club, no question. But for the very first time, what if we had to lay up over here? Cat is going to be much better than sniper from there. So that was kind of my rationale as to why I switched it. At the same time, I'm going to talk in terms of max ring adjustment. So the fact that I don't have sniper here, not going to be the end of the world. Notice what I'm doing with my spin. I'm going to come off of that a little bit. I'm just trying to basically play the side wind more than anything. We're going to play just a little bit of a shank, just a tiny bit, because I kind of underplayed that wind. So there you see me going good ball. And the reason that I did that was more just because I underplayed the wind. And I didn't want to rotate, and I didn't want to zoom back out and potentially bring time into the equation. So that's the only reason you saw me do that. If I was normally going to play it, I would have probably played it about 10 rings for that adjustment for Apocalypse. If you guys have a Apoc 5, a Apoc 6, whatever, go off your, you guys know how to drive the ball. But aside from that, 1.5 per ring, I go maybe 1.3 per ring. So you go a couple extra rings when you're going into max power like that. And here you're going to see, a little bit sniper precision, in my opinion, would kind of help. But at the same time, having a little bit bigger bullseye and having to move less targets, there's some value in that as well. It does make it a little bit easier. You don't want to lose a lot of precision. So in my opinion, Cat 7, I'm not feeling sorry for myself having to go at this with Cat 7 at all. One of the things that I am going to mention is I am going to do it so I have to go less into the sand and down the hill. You're going to see me try to go at this with some side spin. And what that's going to do, like I mentioned, kind of right in here, it's going to let me kind of stay up on this flat longer as opposed to getting way down into the sand. So in terms of rings, my full target is 7. So that is about 7. And I need to go 2 to 3 rings more than that. So you'll see me do that. let's just see what that looks like. I played it very spot on to max adjustment, not enough by about a ring. And you know, more than anything, I'm almost positive you can almost bank on this. It has more to do with, you know, just the crosswind nature of it, just kind of, you know, completely straightening out some of that side spin that you see on my ball guide. It's basically just kind of flattening it out a bit, and it's not coming back as much. So it wasn't necessarily an over ring play or an under ring play as much as, you know, I just didn't straighten out the guide enough to so always keeping that factor in mind. You have to do some kind of curl back. I should have been, you know, had that on the forefront of my mind. I was half tempted to do that anyway with some curl back, and then I didn't. Just kind of lost my head a little bit. Just like I said, you know, I don't really like to do an over adjustment method there. One of the things that I don't like is the more that you go to that lower elevation, the lower the ball comes in, and the less accurate your ring play is. So keep that in mind when you guys are playing that hole. That's one of the biggest reasons I wanted to bring Bunny there too. Less rings is a good thing. The less you have to move, and that's why you see me doing that cut spin. And so if you do bring Bunny, you know, I would do it with full left spin, just to kind of, you know, avoid having to go too many rings. Because like I said, when you put it lower elevation like that, the ball doesn't go as high, and your ring play is going to be off. So things to consider. So what I like is keeping it up on the rough like you just saw me do, as opposed to going down lower into the bunker. So keep that in mind for that hole, and good luck there, guys. I'll see you guys for hole 8.